Isn't that your problem, though? You've been banging on about this, you say, since May. Nobody paid the slightest bit of attention until a national newspaper took up the campaign. That doesn't sound like a very effective opposition.
I think the media are really important, Trevor. You know, the public needs to understand what Angela Rayner was
we are not the
potentially
opposition. We're just purveyors of message. Why aren't you doing your job?
Well, we were, Trevor. As I said, we were writing to various different people from May, June last year. As soon as we found out she'd bought a third home, we wrote to the people in charge of who can vote on the electoral roll. We wrote to HMRC. We wrote to that independent advisor. Those things were very effective. And indeed, the independent advisor, Laurie Magnus, when he made his judgment on Angela Rayner, said that this only came to light, she only really held her hands up because of the intense public scrutiny. We helped with that. Of course, we don't do these things alone. The media are very important in terms of bringing this to the public consciousness. That's what we did. We did a great job. And I'm going to say no other party was interested in this at all. We were the ones that were working with the media to make sure these matters were brought to light, and indeed the investigation took place, and she had to resign as a consequence.
She, like all other resigning or retiring cabinet ministers, is entitled to a severance payment until the rules are changed next month. What's your view? Should she take it?
Of course not. Angela Rayner voted in February last year that no minister who has been investigated or was guilty of this kind of offence should ever receive a severance payment. I expect her to be as good as her word.